That's right, Manny. We are still keeping an eye on the powerful hurricane right now, still in the Gulf of Mexico, inching closer to the coastline of Florida. Right now, it has weakened since what we reported earlier this morning, but still a Category 4 storms. Those winds at 145 miles per hour and already bringing severe weather into Florida. All those red boxes are active tornado warnings. And again, this hurricane still hasn't made landfall, but it will continue to move closer to the coast, expected to make landfall as a major hurricane, potentially either a Category 4 or 3 storm right near Tampa. Now that track could change a little bit, but it does look like it's on track to make landfall later tonight as it then moves throughout the rest of the state. Here back at home, a much different picture. Little to no chances for rain. We have blue skies, very quiet conditions. A live look out of your 13 WREX camera here. Notice the trees swaying just a touch. You could notice a very light breeze, but you're also going to notice the temperature is still warming up. Right now, a lot of us are sitting in those mid to upper 60s, 65 degrees in Freeport, 66 in Rochelle, 71 in Dixon. We're going to climb right around 10 degrees above average for today as we reach into those mid to upper 70s. Locking in the sunshine, we stay dry, we stay quiet, much of the same expected overnight. We do end up seeing the temperatures falling into the mid 40s. Still some cooler nights as your daytime hours continue to warm. Tomorrow you can add a couple degrees to the afternoon high and then a few more for your Friday. Take a look at Friday's forecast, mid 80s. Now the record sits at 88 degrees, so we get closer to those record numbers. Might not break it, but it's going to be an awfully warm day. Definitely going to feel more like summer, but not for too long. So enjoy the warmer days that we have because we see a big cool down throughout the weekend. Those temperatures expected to drop around 20 degrees, especially once we get early into next week as we continue to stay dry. Tomorrow night and Friday night also give us a good chance to see the northern lights. As that warm up happens, it'll feel a lot like summer. We're still dry, so you have multiple chances to enjoy this great weather. Then as we head into the weekend, you'll notice we fall out of the 80s, the 70s, even the 60s as we head early into next week. Still dry as that cool down comes through. And in your most accurate 10-day forecast, it looks like we stay on the cooler side through most of next week. Although there is some hope after a brief drop in the mid 50s, we end up climbing back potentially into the 70s as we get closer to the next weekend. Manny.